The return of me as Batman Dollface from my Batman Arkham City review. That didn't last too long. Hey guys, what's up? It's TheMrDarkPhoenix here, talking to you guys about a lot of E3 stuff that was just revealed. E3 may be over, but that has no excuse for me not bringing you certain things that I found really great about E3 this year. And I want to start things off first with a really popular game. See on my set right there, my Arkham Asylum poster. Batman's right behind me here, and you can see right there, and of course my Batman Dollface from my review. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Batman Arkham Origins, the prequel to the Arkham franchise. I just want to say first, I don't remember me saying anything necessarily bad about this game. It was just, I would have preferred a sequel to this game of sorts, adding in a lot of other villains, like possibly like Firefly or Man-Bat, Red Hood, and a lot of other characters. But after seeing more of this game at E3 and after seeing a lot more of what it's capable of, I am so excited for this game. I can't even express that. So I just wanted to give you guys some little information about what happened at E3, what's been confirmed, what hasn't been confirmed, a little bit of my thoughts regarding it. So first, there are 8 assassins, I believe, or 7, I forget. I think it's 8. Black Mask hires 8 of the world's best assassins to take out Batman for a $50 million price on his head. So far, confirmed are Deadshot and Deathstroke. Deathstroke's first appearance in an Arkham game, and we have Deadshot, who was in the last one, Arkham City, so we had to really much fun about that. But just confirmed at E3 was Bane as an assassin, which I pretty much knew. Aside from being a really avid gamer, I'm a really big comic book geek, so I pretty much knew it was going to be Bane's turn, because in my opinion the Arkham games weren't really good to Bane, really. A lot of people know who Bane is, but they don't really understand him, of sorts. Bane isn't just a big strong dude that you get to basically take out your little small henchman or whatever. Bane is really smart, he's really skilled, he's deadly, and the way he and Batman met the first time was really epic in the Nightfall storyline, which is loosely based in that Dark Knight Rises movie, but we're not going to talk about that. I'll just get angry. Basically now, Bane is the 3rd confirmed assassin, basically whacking Batman around like a ragdoll like he normally does. Not too sure. I know this is based off, I believe, the Dark Knight storyline. I forget which one. I know it was like Batman's 2nd year as Batman, so I'm not sure if it's going to delve into Nightfall where he breaks his back or anything, but proving on more from that, what Bane is what this game needs to represent for him. He's a hired assassin who got to know Batman first, and then he wanted to take him out. So I'm really glad Bane is back in this game. Hope this game does really good for him. And I made a blog a while ago about who is trying to kill Batman. Part 1 is out right now. Links will be in the description at the bottom when I'm done. I'll tell you guys about it. But part 1 of this blog was explaining who else is trying to kill Batman. I mentioned characters like David Kane, who is a really, really bad assassin, and if he's in the game I'm going to be really afraid because he's really skilled and he's really like good at what he does. Also Lady Shiva, she has no problem wanting to kill for money or just to test Batman, so I think that would be really good if they added in her. Plus we need another female assassin. We're going to get more into other females in a second, but Cheshire also could be another assassin. She's female, she messes with poison and stuff like that, so that'll be another really good character to add for the sake of Batman, because you can be poisoned again like you were in Arkham City. And oh my god, I'm poisoned, I'm Batman, I have to try and figure out what I have to do now. But more along the lines of our gameplay here, it's really the same experience that Rocksteady gave us. It's the same mechanics, little small things have changed. You get more this game focuses more on your detective skills. It's one of the things that the gamers and comic book nerds really wanted out of it, was to the fact that Batman is the world's greatest detective, and you got to do some detective stuff, finding evidence, you know, like finding the blood trail and following the smoke trails and stuff like that. But there's more to that, to solving a case when you're Batman, because as we've read in the comics, he does a lot more than he has a lot more gadgets at his disposal, that he does a lot more to solve his crime. So this time we have basically a new file system that can be used to find evidence. In the trailer they showed a helicopter crash, and in the extended gameplay they showed that that same crash, you're on the roof and you're basically you're basically on said roof reenacting the crime over and over. It has a play function, it has a fast forward, rewind, and you basically just went through that entire, we saw that entire video was, you basically saw the crime scene, you saw the helicopter, and you had to search, and you had to look carefully for more evidence, which is going to really add to the game's playability and make the game a lot longer, because certain crimes like that are going to have to take your time, and you're going to have to really focus on what you're looking for. You find out that there was the bullet ricocheted from the helicopter, which caused it to explode, which caused it to crash to the ground, and you basically reenact everything from that to find out what happened. Now, like in the other Arkham games, you can choose to delve away from the story in order to find out who did it and find out closer to who did it, or you can just continue on with your story, which I have really big faith in Warner Brothers for this, because they know what to do with the game. They've seen the game, they've loved the game, and all they're doing is telling it from a different perspective. It has that Christmas feel to it, like Batman Returns of sorts. I love that movie, and basically what they revealed was that new crime detective, which is really good, and the new gadget, which is, I think it's the remote claw. You basically claw one end of something to something else, and then they collide. So you can either have you can put one end on a gargoyle and another end on a thug, and then they basically like launch up, and you basically end it like that. Or you can launch it to two thugs and have them collide into each other, have an end on like a fire extinguisher or a movable object that can be moved, and then slam it into them, causing all types of fun like that. I love this new gadget. I can't wait to get my hands on it. So just basically play for more of that. Our new voices, it's not Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. I'm just going to get into a second about that. Everyone's upset about that. I personally am not upset about that, because granted they are their voices for Batman and the Joker, but at the same time we have to basically see what there's a lot of other voice actors, there's a lot of other people that need a chance to do everything else. Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman. I will say that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that sometimes it's better to ask somebody else to do it or get somebody else to do it. And they got Roger Craig Smith, who's a very talented voice actor, and he will be voicing Batman, and Troy Baker will be voicing the Joker. They also revealed how they sound in the new trailer, and oh my god, they sound amazing. Roger Craig Smith sounds like a younger Kevin Conroy, and Troy Baker sounds like a younger Mark Hamill as the Joker. And I'm so excited for more of this, because they are such talented voice actors, and they brought a lot of themselves into it. Troy Baker's laugh, the little one that they gave us, sounds just like a younger version of Mark Hamill's. So I am all for this. I approve of Roger Craig Smith and Troy Baker as both the Batman and the Joker, and Black Mask voice, of course, but it's just, their voices are great, and they're really talented people. They voice a lot of other people like Chris Redfield, Jake Mueller, Booker DeWitt from BioShock. So those are really all good characters. Another character that I think could make an appearance again is Catwoman. You can't really have a Batman game without Catwoman, so I feel like her role is going to be, she may be one of the assassins that's out to kill Batman, but we all know Catwoman. She is going to either help or hurt the cause of the bigger picture to further her own goals. You know, Batman keeps them all busy. Batman defeats the assassins, leaving no one to stop her before she gets the money, or before she gets something that she really wants, or she betrays Black Mask, and then it's basically a game to kill Batman and Catwoman, because we all know Black Mask also because Black Mask and Catwoman already hate each other. So this game would be great to delve on that relationship that they have, where it's like, you said to kill the Batman, well now Catwoman's pissing me off, so $50 million for the cat and the bat and the cat's head at the same time, and whoever's left is going to be doing that. And I feel like since they gave Batman a new mechanic for his detective vision, I feel like Catwoman should get one also. One thing that I missed from playing as her, she had the action right, she had everything else, but I felt like I wanted to do more heists. I wanted to rob some stuff, and I wanted to, you know, use Catwoman's own technology to rob a bank or rob a jewelry store or something. And I hope this game, if they do choose to make Catwoman a playable character again, to delve into more of her technology. Like they give Catwoman like lockpick skills and technology hacking or something, and just basically going down and robbing some stuff. You know, robbers may already be there, you fight them off and do other stuff like that. So now we have that. We have now 3 assassins left. I mean, 3 assassins confirmed, and we have 5 left of the 8. And part 2 of my blog of who's trying to kill Batman will be coming soon, so we don't have to worry much about that. And a new crime indicator has been added, which gives you a lot more playability also. You can go to crimes in progress and basically stop them, and it's basically your, hey, you can do this, or you can go side off and get more experience so you can be ready for further crimes, or have more upgrades to your gadgets so you can be more ready for the enemies. Speaking of the new enemies, they revealed a new enemy called the Martial Artist. He's the new thug. He can go toe-to-toe with Batman, of sorts, counter your counters, and he can fight you with everything that he's got, and it's going to be really annoying to deal with them because it doesn't seem like they can go down easily, which is unfortunate because now we have another enemy that can basically go toe-to-toe with us, and as you fight them, you'll be prompted to counter them, and you'll have a lot of other means to defeat them, and they're going to provide much of a challenge for you, and it's going to be really fun to play against them because it's adding a lot more of the gameplay elements that we've missed. And you're going to have to keep your button presses right because if you guess wrong, you're going to get hit, and that's not good because we're supposed to be Batman. And like I mentioned, we have our new gadget. I'll bring my picture of that. Sony exclusive. I'm not sure if it's a PS3 and the PS4. I know it's a Sony exclusive, so it may be for both of those. You're going to be getting the 60s Adam West Batman skin and the Azrael skin for Batman also. I'm really upset about that because I have an Xbox, and I really love that that skin on him. Azrael was like one of my other favorite characters from Batman. But something else that we may see is more boss fights, seeing as how there are assassins in the game. There's 8 assassins plus anybody else we have to deal with. We may have more boss fights. Something else that was in the Arkham games that was that didn't really have it much were the lack of boss fights, except for like Poison Ivy and Arkham Asylum and the Joker and Bane sometimes. I'm sure we can consider him a boss, and Mr. Freeze of course, but the few boss fights we had, they were all epic. Like Mr. Freeze is like one of my favorites besides Poison Ivy possibly, but Mr. Freeze really had me having to keep him guessing and had to do everything else like that. So with the 8 assassins who don't all fight the same, and including other characters like the Joker and the Penguin, there's going to be a lot of other villains and characters to basically make us as players have to be careful and have to think of our button presses and basically make sure that we don't get hit. Another thing is destroying towers will give you the ability to fast travel back to past places. I'm not sure how much to delve on this, but they said that if you destroy the towers, you will basically be able to travel back and forth from certain places faster. So it's like you have right here, you have the tower, and you're over here, this is the tower right here, and you destroy it, then you can just go back really fast and not have to worry about that. Deathstroke has been confirmed will be available to players who pre-order the game. I'm not sure from which. I know it's from Amazon's one of their retails. I'm not sure if it's other ones, but he'll be confirmed for challenge maps. So the challenge maps have made their way back. So it's basically Batman and him confirmed as playable characters. Deathstroke's going to have his own moveset and 2 exclusive costumes and his own little personal challenge maps also. No word on if he's going to be anything more than that. I'm not sure if he probably will maybe get a story-based side quest like Catwoman did. It would be nice, but have to think about Deathstroke is in it for the money, unless the Joker who's in the game, the Joker might have one or two of the assassins under his heel. He might be like, hey, I'll pay you more money. Or we all know how the Joker does with his random acts of insanity where he can get people to do what he wants until he no longer needs them, which is in the other trailer, which is confirmed because Bane threw Batman in the room and Joker was in there, and he said, nice of you to drop in, and he had a bomb detonator with the word loyal on it, and that's when Bane walked away. So we're not sure if the Joker has any of the assassins under his heel or if he's having them work for them, but either way you look at it, if the Joker's involved, then everything has to be thrown out the window. You thought it was Black Mask and Christmas, none of that matters now, it's the Joker. So really excited to see how the Joker's going to fit into this. I do want it to be more based on Black Mask, because one of the things I felt was a sequel would be good for this game, but I'm not going to spoil it. We all know what happened. That happened, but it's very possible to do a whole Batman game without the Joker. I love the Joker very much. He's one of my favorite villains of all time. But to have this dependency on him, to feel like a game has to be made with him in it, is not accurate, because Black Mask is a very strong character also, and that's what they're trying to prove, and I like that they're trying to prove that other villains can get the spotlight, especially villains like Black Mask, who just put a hit out, kill Batman, done, might have to worry about that. The Azrael skin I mentioned before is not just a skin, it is Azrael's from the Jean Paul Valley Nightfall story, like we all know and read, but it's going to come with its own challenge maps and its own little thing where he's going to be fighting against Bane's guys, and maybe Bane's going to be a boss later on, since we know what happened in the Nightfall story where him and Bane went at it. And just a personal thing for me, I'm hoping the Adam West skin comes with that bite in the leg from the shark, and you have to pull out your shark repellent and take it out like that. But that's basically what I have for the Arkham Origins. I'm all for this game. I'm very excited for this game. Is coming out, I believe, October 25th for PS3, Xbox 360, the Wii U, I believe. I'm not sure. I know it's coming out for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, I believe. But that's been episode 1 of my E3 coverage in video form. I have my blog, darkphoenixinc.blogspot.com. I write for gamersbliss.com. Twitter is at MrDarkPhoenix. YouTube, as you know, is TheMrDarkPhoenix. So just don't forget, all the links are on the bottom in the crotch bar below. And check them out. Comment, rate, like, and subscribe. And always remember to geek out and enjoy your lives. And stay tuned for more coverage from E3.